Hey everybody, this is Everyday Gardening with Erica. Good morning. It is 6:56 in the morning. I am pulling out of my garage and I am going to go pick up my mother and we're going to go on a little adventure, and I thought I'd share it with you. So the city of San Antonio, along with the San Antonio Parks and Rec, have put on this event where they're going to be giving away 1,500 fruit and nut trees to the first come first serve. I've never done this before, but I want a free fruit tree. I don't know about you, but here I am having to get up early so that way we can get in line and see if we can't get a fruit tree for ourselves. So I'm gonna bring you guys along, and you guys can experience this adventure along with me. You'll have to forgive me if I look like I'm half asleep. I have not had my coffee yet, and I'm running a little bit behind schedule. So you'll have to understand that probably the next time that you see a little video clip, I'll probably have had my coffee by then and I'll be a little bit more cheerful. So anyway, stay tuned and you'll see kind of what's gonna happen today. Look at the line already. Line of cars, line of people. I don't know if we're gonna be getting a tree today, but we're gonna try. Okay, here we are.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
With her wagon. Okay, so we tried to do the whole free tree thing. Yeah, that didn't work. So we went to the nursery instead. And look at all the beautiful trees. Look. This is an Asian pear tree. Look how thick it is. How tall it is. Wow. A kite fruit pear tree? Look at this. It's like that big around. I think I'm just gonna have to buy them. They got all kinds of trees, so I'm gonna try to buy a couple of fruit trees, maybe a couple of citrus, and maybe a pear tree. We tried to do the free thing, like I said, and it just did not work out the way I thought. Oh. Okay, so it's the next day. The last time we were talking to you about getting a free tree, that obviously didn't work out. That was an epic failure. So my mom and I decided to go to the nursery and take a look at the trees anyway. And so while we were out, I did actually purchase one. I purchased a pear tree. I really wanted some citrus trees like a lemon and lime and even an orange tree, but it's just not that time of year to get those. It's going to be more like March. But I wanted to show you the tree that we got. It was, I think it was the same one actually that I was showing you when we were at the nursery, but let me turn the camera around so you can take a look at it. Okay, so there she is. Or he, I don't know, I haven't figured it out, but I do want to name the tree. We had a pear tree before, but it was a little bitty thing and it didn't make it. And we had named that pear tree Pear Bear. So I think in honor of Pear Bear, I want to name this one Pear Bear also. But you can see, I mean, this thing is, I'm gonna stand right next to it and I'm gonna go up so you can see how tall this thing is. I mean, it's almost, yep, it's pretty much to the bottom of the roof there. So I'm gonna have to repot this thing. I mean, these things come in these itty bitty pots. Oh, it's shadow. These things come in itty bitty pots. So I'm gonna be working on that today. It's a beautiful day today, and I'm gonna be repotting this guy. But look, again, how big around he is. And then down here, I can't even put my fingers all the way around him. He's just got a good, strong, sturdy base. He's already got some, I guess I'm already giving him a gender, it's a him. But there's lots of little buds on him, and I think he's gonna do well. So, it's a really bright day, so I'm sorry if I'm squinting. But, I'm kind of, as I mentioned before, a little bit in a dilemma. So I have my garden here at the house, but we had put the house on the market and we're hoping to sell the house, but I haven't stopped really preparing for the spring garden. And I got a lot of plants, and I'll show you here in a minute, that are growing and growing rapidly, and I don't really have a place for them, so I don't know what I'm going to do just yet. I'm just kind of winging it, so you get to wing it with me. But I got the pear tree just because I really wanted another pear tree, and it was such a good deal. I think it was $35 for this big tree, and I've seen some other trees in the past and they were not $35, so I felt like I got a good deal on it. And I can at least have something to look at and get excited about while I figure out what I'm gonna do with this garden. But I'm gonna give you a quick look at what I've got going on. It's not very impressive, so bear with me. But the last time that we talked about the winter garden, I was telling you I was sowing a couple of things. Some of this stuff was an epic fail, and some of it is doing really well. So let me turn the camera around yet again, and I'll show you kind of what I got going on. Alright, so here we don't have anything climbing on the climber, but what I did was I planted several onions. So there's a mix between red onions and yellow sweet onions, and so this is the mixed bed, and then I have those two beds down there that are separated by color. But I bunched a bunch of them here, so I just took a bunch of red ones and yellow ones and I just bunched them what I had left instead of the individual plant. I just wanted to experiment and see what happens when I do that. And then over here, I have no idea what this is, so if you know what this is, let me know. But look at that. Maybe it's a weed, I have no idea. So I just let it go to figure out what it is. This is the garlic, and they're doing really well. Look at them. This is just from your store-bought garlic, and I just stuck them in the ground to see what happens. And these little guys are carrots. I had planted them a long time ago and they never came up, and so I thought, well, I guess they weren't viable, but they're popping up now. So now I got garlic and carrots next to each other. I don't even know if that's a bad combo or not, but we'll figure it out. The issue that I'm having right now, if you take a real quick look, there we go. You see that they've been bitten off right here. I've got a little bit of a varmint problem, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a rabbit or if it's the rats that I keep fighting against. So these two beds here are the onions. One of them is yellow sweet and one of them is the red. And to be honest with you, I can't remember which is which. I think this is the red and this is the yellow sweet ones. We'll find out. So last time I showed you I had planted all the lettuce that I had grown in the little pots and the kale, and they looked so good, and then all of a sudden something came through and just wiped them all out. I was able to salvage one, so this is my kale, and this little guy got eaten, but he's growing back. So I used this cage because this is all I had, and I put it over the top to keep whatever was eating them out of it. But obviously that cage is too small, so I've got to build something, or have Adam build me something to protect this guy from whatever's eating them. They don't like onions, that's a good thing, but they love that kale, and they ate up all my lettuce, so much for that. Okay, so this is my mess over here. I got all my containers, mulch, and all my tools are all over the place. So as things get a little warmer around here, I'm excited to start cleaning this stuff up. And this is that greenhouse that I got not that long ago. It's falling apart. This is so cheap and so crummy. Look at this. The zipper's broken on it, so I can't zip it. I need to bring this little tree out. This was my husband's grandmother's pecan tree, and hopefully it's still alive. I don't know. We're gonna bring it out into the sun. And that was a blueberry plant, and it never grew leaves, and I don't know why. And it still has green on it, but that's all it's done all year. So not a good investment unless you're looking for something extremely temporary. I'm glad to move and get myself a real greenhouse. And this is where we had all of the herbs, and the only two herbs that we had left were the rosemary, which is doing still really well. We did cut it back significantly, and the lemon thyme. That's all that's on here. Okay, and then if you recall, I had these peppers, bell peppers, sweet banana peppers, and jalapeno peppers, and this was from the spring, and I went ahead and just put them in the greenhouse and save them, and I just put them in the ground and planted them. This one obviously didn't make it right here. This one's dead, but they're still holding on strong. I can't believe it. I'm not thinking they're really gonna grow any fruit, but we'll see. And this is just an ornamental pepper plant that we got. That's really fun to look at because it's pretty, but anyway. And then this bed here is just empty. I haven't done anything with it. And over here we have this lovely weed. Oh, what do you think? Nice little weed. I hate this time of year because look at all this clover over here. Look at this. Oh my goodness. All that clover needs to go. And then my yard looks terrible. So anyway, that's what I got going on. You know, the winter gardening thing was the first time I had ever done any of that, and I don't know. It's kind of depressing, but maybe I'll get better at it. I think every gardener struggles with that, the winter garden thing. But it is starting to warm up. We had a lot of rain. I'm wondering if we're getting our spring showers really early because we didn't have much of a winter this year. And so it's a really bright, hot day today in January. And so we're going to work today. I'm going to repot Pear Bear, and I'm going to split out my trays and then let them soak up some sun today. Okay, pulled out all the little babies, and I wanted to show you all the progress. These are the banana peppers, and then we have the tomato creole peppers, the tomato creoles, and this is the cherry tomatoes called yellow pear. These are the sweet little cherry tomatoes. These are the tomato beefsteaks. These are, again, some more of the little cherry yellow pears. These are Korean peppers that we got at the Korean store. Look at that. They're doing something. These are the mini bell peppers that are all different colors. And then, sorry about the shadow. And then these are onions. Weatherfield red onions. I've never grown them from seed. I thought I would try it. These are the jalapeno peppers. These are bell peppers, just the regular green. And then there's some serrano and shishitos back there. Zinnias, Dr. Witchies, more zinnias. And then these were the purple basil that we planted the other day, and they are starting to show. Let me see here. Can you see that? Starting to pop out. And lastly, this is our little tree that we got from our ranch, which is the, gosh, what is that tree called? I'll have to pop it up. I can't remember at the moment. So I'm gonna let them get some sun and enjoy the day.